Alright, so I haven't done one of these videos in a while. A walk and talk. Hey guys, it's Binge the Body Whisperer. And just coming back to you. It's been a couple days since I posted something. But yeah, I thought I would kind of walk and talk through my new, I think I used to do this when I was out in Clementi in Singapore, and Clementi is it's further out on the East Coast. No, West Coast, my bad. West Coast. So now I live near Outram in Singapore, so Outram, Outram Park area. So I live in a place called Spottiswoode Park, and it's a nice little place. It's pretty cool. I ended up I've gone and taken a couple of days off, mostly because just schedule. My schedule kind of got thrown, so I've been just kind of hanging out. And so today I'm getting back into it. So I had a couple days off, which is totally part of it, which is part of the thing. If you're too rigid or if you're looking at, now if I was training for a contest or training for something, no, I couldn't take that time off. But I'm not. My thing is being as consistent as I can, living a life, but staying in it, right? So what does that mean? What does that look like for you? It all depends on what your lifestyle is and what your goals are. Now for me, I really don't have that lofty of goals, to be honest. They're just consistent. And I don't do a ton as people would probably think. It's just I've been very consistent. So today I'm walking you to my little coffee shop. I consistently do this. Actually, I don't think it's very rarely that I don't do this at some point in the day. Now, it might not be this coffee shop. I enjoy Starbucks. Again, for me, I enjoy Starbucks because it's a consistent cup of coffee, right? I know it. Every once in a while, I get points for getting whatever, if I call it a fancy drink or a fun drink. Something that's kind of a treat, right? I don't do that every day. So that's something that is a treat every couple weeks, maybe once a week, if that. Lately I've been I just enjoy my black brewed coffee. And I either go this way to Tanjung Pagar, and there's a little Starbucks there, or I walk, depending on what time of day, what my day is looking like, where I need to be, we'll change it. Sometimes I might go to Clark Key if I have a meeting or something over there. I'll just two birds, one stone. Sometimes I go to Vivo if I have to pick up some stuff there. So I let it, I'm not so hardline and fixed on where it's at, but it's the what, right? I keep moving forward. Same as doing my exercises. 12 minutes, two rounds on the stairs, rolling the ball out. Now, granted, the last few days I haven't been doing that, right? But I know the only way to get back into it is just to do it, right? And I just have to do it. So I make that choice, and I've made the time today, I'm gonna do it. So I've looked at the last 3 days as a little bit of a vacation, a little bit of a, I'm going down a hill here. Gets a little slippery sometimes after lots of rains. So I got one bit of traffic here. Need to cross. Don't want to get hit while I'm talking to you guys. So this is it. This is pretty much my little route. And I don't know, I don't have really a whole lot to say. Maybe I should figure out how or what to say. I just don't know if there is much more to say. Just the same thing. Just start, Show up, be consistent. Don't kill yourself in that sense of like, you don't, like I was watching a video the other day about a guy who, and I kind of believe this. The more and more I've looked at it, his thing is don't train so hard that you're sore. He's like, you shouldn't be sore. He said, if you're training right, it's more about, and maybe this is in skill events, but I don't necessarily think it's just for skill events. Now, maybe for something like a bodybuilder whose whole job is to put mass on, and you have to break down the tissue in order for it to build back up, then maybe, yes, those guys. But this guy's speaking from the terms of like a mixed martial art. So, okay, let me throw in, I think for the average person, what he is saying is spot on. Consistently show up, consistently do it. But the caveat that I will say that he talks about that I think maybe people miss is he absolutely has found a way. He loves it. So he loves the mixed martial arts, the rolling, the jiu-jitsu, the grappling. So that to him, that's the best. Now you can go all out, but what his thing is I'll go 70%, maybe dip up into the 100% a little bit, not a ton, on a daily, but typically stick around that 70. That way he's on the mat every day rather than killing himself 3 times a week and being so sore that he can't do it. So he's on the mat every time, so that it's a skill thing. He's on the mat twice as long as anyone, someone else who's training to failure 3 days a week. He's able to be on the mat 6 days a week, so he's doing it twice as long, right? Makes sense, it's logical. But then what they started talking about a little bit was, and I've seen it in action, is like that farmer strength. It's like farmers don't go out and they just consistently show up every day and work. Boom, boom, work. Do it. Do the same things over and over again. And it's through that it gets into the body, gets into the memory, and gets into them. So it's just something to think about, I think. I think it's personally, because unless you're training for a specific sport and you need to do that, but if it's a skill thing or you're just a lay person who's trying to just stay in shape, okay, so that's me. I look at it and I have found that if I consistently keep my diet consistent, knowing what I eat, what I don't, keep my insulin levels in check by not eating a ton of sugary foods and having those insulin spikes, and enjoying, like, it, to me it's fun. To me it's super, super fun because it's easy. I don't even have to think. I don't think about daily what I'm gonna do with my life, with my food, with my exercise. Now I can, and most of what I think about is for you guys, in that sense of like talking about this and throwing out philosophy and ideas and different things. So yeah, that's kind of lost my train of thought there. A lot of people here. Don't want to run into anyone. But I think if you can keep up with it and keep it moving, keep it going, you'd be in much better shape than starting a new routine. Start small. And the thing I would fight is the urge to see results fast. Everybody wants that. No, people want to see, people want to see, this is my pork rice place. People want to see the big changes, the dramatic weight loss, And I think for motivation, that's probably, with our day and age and how people are, it's probably a necessity to kind of keep that motivation going. But if you can make it fun, make it not a chore, make it part of your life, and you just consistently every day show up and work and do it little by little, the results and the outcome will be far more than if you have dramatic weight loss, but hate it. Because I guarantee you, that's not going to be a lifestyle change that's going to stick, and it's going to come back. So you can have that, but then you'll have dramatic weight gain again. I'm not saying that if you don't like it, that's because I don't know many people, again, who are not like training for the Olympics, who are willing to put in the pain and love what they do. And half the time they don't even love what they do. It's just like they got into it at a young age, were good at it, now it's their life and they train for it and they want to be Olympic athletes. And then afterwards, who knows? I'm generalizing here. I'm sure there's all types of people, but I have known people who wear them, so they're 18 years old and they're like, I've retired from my sport, because they've been doing it since they were like 5. And they're worn out, they're tired, they don't love it anymore. They've moved on and they want to have a life. And so but these are kids who are training for hours and hours and hours a day. So that's what I'm trying to say is, like, if you dial it back, start off 12 minutes a day, get into getting those joints and mobile, the flexibility, then you add a little bit of body weight strength training, then you may add a little bit extra, like I've been doing stairs, something that's low impact but can have, and stairs is a great one, a Schwinn Airdyne type bike where it has the pedal and the arm, and that's a great one because that's full body. I would also highly recommend jumping on a what do you call it, rowing machine. Those are absolutely fantastic. Possibly a what is the other one? So a rowing machine and a cross-country ski machine if you can get it, but those seem to be they used to be a fad. I'm sure people do them and love them, but they're not around as much anymore. So those, and what else? I'd say those are the big things. If you do those consistently every day, plus the 12 minutes, plus some type of post-stretching routine, you're going to feel so much better. So this is where I'm at. This is my coffee place, just average Starbucks. I'm gonna have a sit in the coffee, and then I'm gonna get back into my day, and that's it. Take care, guys. Keep moving, people.